Today you are going to work on enlarging this one inch square to 2-inch square. So you're going to work on scaling up or upscaling this eye and eyebrow into this box. So the first thing it's asking you to do is to separate this 1-inch square into 4 squares, then this 2-inch into 4 squares, and then work on enlarging. So before you get started, we have this viewfinder, one that goes around the 1-inch, one that goes around the 2-inch, and we're going to use this mat to mark our halfway points. So this is where that 1/2 inch would be, and I'm marking it in blue. It'll be a little different color than the regular pencil. And then I'm going to make sure that this is equal extra space around the perimeter and use the same blue marks at the halfway points. So that right there will help you as you come through and mark halfway. 4 squares here, so that's done. The second, you want to float this equally around and then lightly connect those. And now you're ready to work on placement of this eye in these 2 squares or 2 boxes. If you struggle, you can put 4 more here and 4 more here. It's like graphing in math, and this is going to, you did a 1-to-1 ratio, and I'm looking at where does this hit this, and it hits right about here, and then I'm going to connect. Comes almost out to this point, and it's thicker, so I'm just going to make that line darker. And then this gray line is here, hits about here, comes down just below the line, and is right there. So I'm not asking you to shade this one, I'm just asking you to look at where these shapes, whereabout are these shapes and these lines. How much space? So here, this is the center of the box you can compare. So we're looking for estimation, and then this has a slight gap, hits about halfway between these 2 points, and then this is halfway and this is slightly below that. So then I would make this curve, and I can make that darker. This edge is right here, so I'm practicing that curve, and then I'm going to go through and I can turn this and make this curve. There's a little white space between both, so then I can create that. Looking where this little the black pupil is just barely crossing over here. But there is a white circle that takes up quite a bit of space. So now you can see that I have scaled this square up into this box. This is 2 times the size of this, so it is supposed to be big. So that is proportionate. So when you go through, you can come through and you could use 4 more squares to help look at where this eyebrow is. And I'm using dashed lines because that's going to represent it well. I can go through and darken it if I want so that you can see it, and then there are more diagonal lines. So go through and you finish these 2 boxes to practice enlarging.